I wanted to now make an impact on a bigger level. And so I decided if I want to make that kind of impact and introduce technology to a wider range of people, then pursuing the MBA would be the next step in my journey. So I decided to apply to the University of Cape Town, where now I'm studying my modular MBA, which is a part-time MBA program. And the journey so far has been quite interesting and has been very fascinating. I've already learned a lot about myself, and I'm very much looking forward to what is coming next. Elvis is pretty much a simple, straightforward person. I am currently working in KwaZulu-Natal province in South Africa, but I'm originally from Limpopo province. I'm a typical South African in every other way. I love football. I love watching movies, hanging out with my friends. So I'm a pretty boring, typical person. I did my undergrad at the University of Pretoria, where I studied computer engineering. I've always been fascinated by technology. I've loved technology for as long as I can remember, and doing computer engineering was a dream of mine. And so that actually led me into my MBA journey. Coming from an engineering background, I have to say management seemed very foreign to me, especially because I'm a very technical person. I delve into the technical detail, and that is what I love to do. So, but because now I think that we are moving into a world or a working environment where we have to collaborate more. We have to sort of be able to understand the people that we're working with. So this is where now I think that that managerial mindset comes into play. And that's why it was important for me to now branch out of my comfort zone, which is just me working at a corner with my technical information and working on my project, but now to be sort of more open and broad and to be able to collaborate. And that's what I'm gaining from the MBA. You know, participation and group work is such an important part of this journey. So it has really helped me to be able to open up, to be able to share ideas with others, and to be able to sort of be vulnerable in front of other people and take criticism and to learn and grow from their experience. So coming from, like I said, the engineering background and now moving into management, it's been challenging, but at the same time, it's been very rewarding because I can see even now the way I interact with my colleagues at work and the way I'm more able to engage with other people. It has just been a very growing and rewarding experience. So I think I would recommend that most technical people at some point in their career, they must just take a few managerial courses and they will see that they've actually been missing just a little something to add to their CVs. The modular, it allows you to do the course over a 2-year period in which you are still able to work and then on a part-time basis also attend classes and do your work and complete your degree. So I opted for the part-time one because now I still am very much involved at the work that I'm doing at work, and I'm still very much hands-on and I enjoy what I'm doing. It's just now I wanted to extend my knowledge and be able to branch into managerial roles as well. So I felt it was not time for me to fully dedicate the entire time or my entire year to the MBA. But it has been challenging to do it part-time. Sometimes it seems like the work is just too much. You can't keep up with what's happening at work, and we've got deadlines and submissions and things like that. But yeah, at the same time, it gives you new skills, because now I have to learn to balance. I have to learn to balance between my personal life, my school life, and my professional life, and all of these things. So time management comes into play, all of these things, and it's just it makes you I think I honestly believe it makes you even a better leader at the end of the day. I don't think there's anyone that competes with the UCT program. I very much appreciate that UCT is actually, they are very innovative when it comes to how they present their courses, how they present their material. They don't follow, they lead. They have been the leaders in MBA schools in Africa for a number of decades now. And like I said, they are very innovative in their curriculum. They are always adding and subtracting depending on what is working, and they are very focused on sustainability, which is something I think is very important going forward. So as much as they teach you the technical skills on how to grow your business, how to be a good manager and all of these things, but they also focus on sustainability, how everything is connected, and how our actions not only affect us directly, but how they affect the environment as a whole, how they affect our communities. And so this is what drew me to UCT. I felt that it's not just a technical school, but they're also a caring school, you see. So I at the end of the day, it was a very simple choice for me. It was UCT. What I'm currently doing is I'm a systems engineer for a manufacturing company here in South Africa. And as a systems engineer, I have really seen a big impact from the MBA in what I'm doing on my day-to-day basis. As I've indicated, I love technology, and I'm always trying to push technology into everything that we're doing at work. So it has not been an easy thing for me to get not only management, but also the guys on the floor to be able to adopt the new technology. But now with my new knowledge that I'm gaining from the MBA, I interact in a different way with everyone at work. And instead of me trying to push my ideas on everyone, I'm actually engaging them. I'm having conversations with them, and I'm understanding the challenges that they're having. And in that way, I'm more able to show them that actually technology can actually make their life easier. And we have been adopting a lot of new systems because of this new approach. And I see it working very well. And so I see a lot of value in the MBA that I'm doing right now. The facilitators at UCT, I think they are world class. I really enjoy their classes very much. We've got some of the top guys in the industry. I can give an example with our accounting lecturer, Mark Graham. He is just absolutely fantastic, and I have really enjoyed the accounting subject. And I am somebody who has not done accounting and who was very much afraid of what accounting is going to do to me. But surprisingly enough, because of the way it has been taught to me, I ended up enjoying it so much, and I did really well in accounting. And it has been the same with all the other classes. Some of the classes like leadership, for example, it has been very intense. I honestly was not expecting that. Going into the MBA, my view was that no, they're just gonna teach us how to be business people, how to dress up in the nice suit, and how to own a room when you get in a room, things like that. But it went so much further than that. They delve into you as a character and the type of a leader you are, and how you express yourself, and it just blew me away. So UCT as an institution, I highly rate the quality of education that I see happening there, and I would recommend it to anyone on any day. There is like true value for money in this program. If you look at the actual curriculum, it's it's a global curriculum. So I believe that any student from anywhere in the world will benefit from studying at the University of Cape Town. But now, if you are particularly interested in developing countries and emerging markets, then UCT is definitely the place to be, because they have a much broader understanding and deeper understanding of emerging markets. And if you are an international student, for example, who's interested in doing business in Africa, then UCT will be the perfect gateway for you. But like I said, it's not merely just a focus on the Africa or on the developing markets, because a lot of UCT alumni have gone to work at international companies and very high class companies all over the world. So I think in that respect, it's because you get a broad range of knowledge. So you get to understand emerging markets, but you can also apply the same knowledge to everywhere in the world. You get a broad range of knowledge. And I think this is the same reason why our classes are so diverse. We have everyone from everywhere. We have South Africans, we've got Africans, we've got guys coming from all over the world. I had not really paid attention before as much as to what type of a leader I am and as to how open and connected I am with others. So as going through the leadership journey, I discovered that I have a high locus of control. I'm a person who believes that my own destiny is shaped by my own actions and my own decisions, and that as long as I work hard and as long as I'm in control, I can make anything that I want to see happen. As much as you believe that you are fully in control of everything, but you need to be able to work with others. You need to be able to sort of seamlessly integrate into your surroundings and be able to learn from others. So it has opened up so much in me that I never realized before. And I'm now at that point where I think it's still going to be a long way, but I've learned core leadership values. I've learned about the character of a leader. I've learned about being somebody who's always in alignment with their values. So I've learned to identify my own values as a person. And all of this now has sort of shaped the kind of leader that I want to be, and I'm working to become. I want to be an effective leader. So this journey has been it's not an easy journey, but it's a revealing journey. You get to learn about yourself. So I think it's an ongoing journey. I'll continue on this journey going forward, and I'll continue to learn about myself, and I'll continue to enhance all these new sort of constructs that I've learned, about self-awareness, mindfulness, being a compassionate leader, bringing spirituality into leadership. There's so many aspects to leadership that I've been learning about that I had no idea about before. Some of my colleagues tell me that this is like he knows everything. Whenever you need something, you just go to Elvis, he'll sort you out. So I've sort of realized that is my role, and that will probably be my leadership style, is to be more of a guiding figure, to just increase people's knowledge, to help show people how to do things, how to navigate things. And I think that will be my role in the general society, and my contribution in the end. I'll be that person who sort of shows people the way. We struggle with good leaders in Africa, and it's really a big problem, not just political leaders, but also in the business sphere. We see a lot of corruption happening, not just in our public sector, but also in our private sector. And it's discouraging to see all those things. But if you go through this type of course where you actually delve into these things in your studies, and it prepares you because now you know what to expect when you're going into industry, and you know what your values are, so you know what you bring to the table, and you know what you're not willing to tolerate. So it's I think for Africa, we need to groom and develop more of our leaders in this sort of fashion, so that we get quality leaders at the end of the day. I believe that Africa is the future. There is a lot of potential here, which when you are on the outside, you never get to see. But when you're here and you interact with us Africans on the floor, and we tell you what is happening and you learn from this, you'll actually see that there's a lot of potential here, and there's a lot that you can do in terms of business in Africa. So I think and UCT is well positioned for it. UCT has a very massive role when it comes to what they are doing to shaping South Africa and how we are viewed by the rest of the world. They have a difficult role in that they have to keep the balance between what is happening locally in South Africa and in Africa, and what is happening in the rest of the world. So, which it means now they have to maintain the high standards that is required all over the world, but still being cognizant of the fact that South Africa is still a developing country, and Africa is still a developing continent. So they always need to play that balancing act. But I see their role as an uplifting one, whereby they uplift the communities in which they operate, and they do that very well. Hey, they have so many programs that reach out to communities. They have so many programs that help get, which is part of what brought me to UCT. Is they have all these engagement sessions that you get to learn more about what they do, not just in South Africa but in Africa as well. So they uplift, they groom leaders of the future, and they also make sure that South Africa is competitive globally. They also make sure that we are seen as a top class country with very highly skilled individuals, with high skilled leaders who are capable. So that is their main role. They just need to keep making sure that they're grooming local leaders and making sure that they are competitive in the global market. And I think they're doing that very well, and I see them continuing in the same fashion and continuing to do that well into the future. My promise to UCT is that hopefully as a graduate, because I'm still a student now, but as a graduate, I will carry with me the values that I've learned at UCT, and I will use that in my future managerial positions, in my future leadership positions, and I will also uplift my community, and I will also make sure that I contribute and just be able to pay back for everything that I was fortunate enough to receive. So that's my promise to the institution. Right now, it's a difficult time. We have the coronavirus, and there's a lot of uncertainty. People don't know what's going to happen in the future. People are worried and all of these things. But I genuinely think that as much as it is a trying time, it is a time for us to also show our resilience. It is a time for us to show who we are. And I think if we remain strong and we remain focused and we work hard, the future is really going to be bright. And that is my intention. I see there's been a lot of talk about Industry 4.0 for a number of years now. And as somebody coming from the technology background, I would very much like to be amongst those people leading that transformation and introducing this Industry 4.0 technologies into our companies, into our businesses, into our societies, and taking advantage of all the benefits that they can bring. Because if we don't do that, and we're gonna struggle and we're gonna keep falling behind, and things like the coronavirus and all of these things are going to keep hold us back. But I'm a positive person. I very much think that the future looks bright, and I'm ready to work. I'm here, I'm willing, I'm ready to work.